Oh, poor Leo. He had no idea what he was getting into.
Greetings, BSU class. Guess where I am? I am on the Amtrack. This is my good new friend, Tom. He actually, how many years have you worked
here? For 21 and a half years.
21 and a half years. He loves his jobs. This is the kind of stuff that you're aspiring for. So here's your Trivial Pursuit questions. I am on a train called the Vermont. It actually has two numbers. One number for running north, one number for running south. So you tell me what those two numbers are. There's your first Trivial Pursuit question. And the second one is, where does the Vermont start and where does it stop? Because that was the fun thing that I am in the middle of doing right now. In fact, Tom has helped me out find all sorts of things along this route, and it's very beautiful. In fact, I'm gonna show you a couple of things in this train really quick. If you look out here, we get to see the lovely trees. We get to see beautiful foliage. We get to see all sorts of things, but you're gonna notice one strange thing about this. Our train is not moving. We have a tree in front of the tracks. So that's the good thing about not flying versus going on Amtrack, which I always do if I possibly can, is that if you get stuck on the tarmac in an airplane, then you don't have a cafe cart. You can't wander around. You can't go play in the leaves. So when you get stuck on the tracks on an Amtrack, you get all sorts of things going on. So anyway, let's talk about a couple of things in our classes. We are going to, hello, excuse me. We are going to talk about what the point system is. We have not narrowed down that point system yet. We're going to still work on that. Your teams need to come up with some creative ideas about the point systems. And you're going to have a weekly report that goes into the project management team. So your weekly report is due on Friday, every single Friday. That's where you're going to get all of your grades. So you want to make sure that you get that weekly report in. That's going to come from your department head. So it doesn't matter if you've got to get it in on Friday, because the project managers are going to submit it to me, and then it's going to go to Heather, and this is going to be your grades. So as of October 25th, you need to get your department reports in. Your report will hold a couple of informational pieces. Number one, an update on what your department has done. Number two, what you plan to do the following week. Number three, provide a brief update of what you intend to accomplish going over in the future. So we want to make sure that you're on track on whatever you're doing. And number four, submit your ideas and thoughts. Then lastly, you're going to put your grades in for each one of the team members. The team members are submitting their own grades to their leads. So basically what you want to do out of a scale of 1 to 5 is, what is your grade? 1 being really bad, 5 being really good. If you give yourself a 0, that means you just didn't help on the project whatsoever. So make sure you get that report in as of October 25th. If you're working in a department, make sure you get your grade into the department lead, because for the next 6 weeks, that's where your grade's going to come from. A couple of things. Admin. Make sure that you remember that we're creating a high school humanitarian sport for nationwide implementation. So we're going to the leaders of schools to implement this. So start thinking in that way. If you need to be told what to do in your departments every single week, you're probably not a good manager. So this is management. We're dealing with this. Departments, just a couple notes to a couple departments. Marketing and sales, you guys need to start working with each other. Consider making YouTube clips so we can start showing the heads of high schools what it is that we really want to accomplish and why they would want to jump in on this. Basically, we're giving leadership skills to these high school students, but we're also coming up with an enormous amount of money for the high schools if they win. So what high school wouldn't want $100,000 to implement on, to put into their funding system? Communication and grant people. Start looking at Indiegogo. It's a crowdfunding site. I think that it's something that we might want to put up a campaign on, and I'll help you with this directly as well. You might want to work with sales and marketing as well. But let's put up an Indiegogo campaign, maybe to get seed funding to start pushing it forward, because we will need a little bit of money to push your idea forward to get you guys paid. So with that being said, that is our full-on update for the day. I talked to the PM department yesterday. They actually are working very well. In fact, the lead PM went out of her way. I said, you know what? New Jersey has one of the highest educational systems in the United States, and they're starting to have the high schoolers do humanitarian projects, which means we're just one step ahead of them right now. And the PM actually contacted some administrators in the state of New Jersey. Now that's proactive, that's leadership, that's management. I didn't ask her to do it, she did it on her own. So start thinking that way. Jump in, start doing things on your own, and let's pick this together. We have about 4.5 weeks before we should have a solid plan ready to go, and then we're moving into implementation. So for the next 4 weeks, really focus in on this, because at about 4.5 now, after we're done getting everything developed, we're going to really implement. So let's have fun. Let's go forward, have a fun time. I'm going to sit on the train and have fun. See you later.